ds, set. And set is about operations on irrational numbers. You know irrational numbers, or otherwise you can call them radicals, right? So that is all about sets. We're going to look at their operation, and their operation is just like algebra, right? Just like algebra. So if you see something like, let's say, x, right? Let's say root 3. If you see something like root 3, take it as an x. If you see something like, let's say, root 7, take it as, let's say, a y or a or b or c, whatever. See them as variables. So the same way we multiplied and added algebra, in the same manner we are going to do it as well. I hope you're okay with that. So already you've understood. Because I know very well that if you understood algebra, therefore you understand this as well. Now, let's start from simplification. Why are they irrational numbers? So looking at a number like root 7, it's irrational because there's no number when multiplied twice will generate 7. Root 7 will give you irrational number. When you type root 3, it will give you irrational number. You know irrational numbers now. If you are watching real number system, they don't have any particular pattern that they follow when converted to decimals, or they are not cut. They are not terminated. For that matter, they are not rational. So this is operations on irrational. So starting from simplification, how to simplify, right, radicals, how to simplify root numbers like this. What it means is that you are expected to generate the highest rational number ever from it. That is what it means, and it will come out automatically. Now you know rational numbers: root 1, root 2, root 1, root 4, root 9, root 16, on and on and on. There are many of them. Cube root of 8 is rational. Cube root of 8, that means a certain number multiply itself 3 times to produce what? 8. What number is that? 2 times 2 times 2. So this is available, right? Cube root of 64. Cube root of 64 means 4 times 4 times 4 produce what? 64. So the answer for cube root of 64 is 4. The answer for cube root of 8 is what? Is 2. Because of this, it means it will multiply itself 3 times. That is what it's about. Now, at this stage, insert it in your calculator. When you're given what like this to send you, right? Essay or objectives, insert in your calculator. It will give you direct answer like this. So square root of 24 gives you 2 root 6. What does it mean? The 2 was inside as what? As 4. That is why we see it here. So, and 4 is a rational number. You know that. Square root of 2 is what? Or 4 is what? 2. That is why it came out finally over here. So in the calculator, when you insert straight away, it will give you this, right? So when it's objectives, that becomes your answer. But part 2, the examiner wants to know the process that I went through. So you square the number outside and put it inside before you write the final answer. So let's see this one. 27. 27, when you type insert in calculator, you get 3 root 3. 3 root 3. Meaning this was inside as what? 3 square is what? It's 9. So it was inside as 9. So you bring it here before you write the final answer. So that the examiner will know that I went through a process. How we have gotten it. That's it. So square root of 128 gives you 64 times 2, producing 8 root 2. On and on and on. So this one will produce what? Okay, it will produce a direct answer when you insert this in calculator, right? Square root of 500 minus square root of 125. It straight away it will give you 5 root 5. But the process means when you get them individually. So looking at this it will produce 10. That's square root of 500 will produce 10 root 5. That means 10 squared is what? 100. So we bring it inside, as you can see here. this one too, it means it was either that's what 5 squared or 25. So before you write the final answer, one is paper 2. Paper 1, straight away pick your answer and go. 10 minus what? 5 produces what? 5. Now that is about simplification. So let's move on to the next point. So to simplify, me just insert in calculator and just go. Okay, now so let's look at the process, the operations itself. Can you see addition? Root 3 plus root 3. The answer is 2 root 3. Like I said, when you have x plus x, what is the answer? 2x. In the same manner, so see them as variables. Root 3 plus root 3 is 2 root 3. That's all. Just like algebra. So simple. Good. So 2 root 5 plus 7 root 5. That means 2 plus what? 7. What is the answer? 9 root 5. That means something like 9x. So simple. So they mean they are like terms. You can add and subtract them just as we did for algebra. Take note of that. So this is just like 2a plus 7a, giving you what? 9a. So the 9 just the a just like the irrational number here. Simple. So root 6 minus 4 root 6. There's invisible. Sorry, this is 15, right? 15 minus that. So 15 minus 4 is what? 11 root 6. Simple. Is it clear? Good. And this and that. So there are more of such work we can do over here. Okay. There's more of such work we can do. Alright. So with this, it will produce what? 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. They are like terms, so we can add them. So we get what? 8 root 7. Are you getting me? Good. Now let's look at multiplication. Do you remember x multiplied by x? What does it generate? What does it generate for us? Because what? We said multiplication gives you what? Power. So this is power 1, making what? Power 2. So x times x is what? X squared. In the same manner, root 3 times root 3, we are expecting what? Root 3 squared. Is that not the case? They are like terms. A times a equals what? A squared. So root 3 times root 3 equals root 3 squared. Right? So like items will give you a square. Now remember that in simultaneous equation or in equation, square cancels what? Root. So the answer becomes what? 3. Take note of that. So when you have root 7 times root 7, straight away you know you're going to get root 7 squared, and the square will cancel the root. So just write 7. You have 3 straight away. That is what you are supposed to do. Good. So the same way. So look at this. 2 times 7 is what? 14. Then root 5 times root 5 produces what? Produces 5. So the 5 is multiplied, because you are going to get root 5 squared, but it becomes 5. So 5 times this give what? 70. That is how it goes. With division, similar. Division, 5 can cancel this how many times? Twice. Then root 5 can cancel root 5. So the answer becomes what? 2. It's not so simple to do. Good. Remember, if you have something like, let's say 20 root 7 divided by, let's say 2 root 3.